The chemical lamps are nearly spent, but I reckon I can still follow them. This stone isn't natural. Could it be a statue? The scientists didn't even take their tools with them.
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid.
The suits are all cut up. A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throgmorton. A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throgmorton.
Sancta Mare, Our eyes. Eyes to see the distant stars.
Hark, he comes! The sacred full-bellied bearer of splendor! Take me, make me, I beg you.
Bearer of what? Who are you talking to? What happened?
Our eyes! First, second, third, opened by the aura. You see much, yet do not see the splendid shell of the white virgin here sleeping.
Cut the horse crap. Give me a straight answer.
Nonsense. But it is meaning that is meaningless. Open yourself. Walk, listen, pray. Wake, you holy worm. Take his skin and skull for your home. Take my worship and grant your kindness. I pray you. You see now, do you? The splendid horror of the truth.
Perfectly preserved artifact. Was it the focus of their worship?
A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throckmorton.
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits. Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
I think I'm starting to get the picture.
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits.
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
The expedition found an artifact that drove them mad. Then the Innsmouthers stole it and the professor in one go. Never again, they say. Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return. The door won't budge. competition has touched him up well. Bad news, Mr. Throgmorton. The expedition members are dead, and the Innsmouthers kidnapped the professor.
Those degenerates, they dare get in my way.
Your expedition found something buried in the ruins. The Innsmouthers were after it. They captured Professor Dell, along with the artifact she was carrying.
Artifact? What artifact? Where did you find them? Tell me everything.
Your men found some kind of underwater temple. In it was an ancient artifact. The Innsmouthers call it the Seal. The Innsmouthers were lying in wait. Your men took the item, and the Innsmouthers took their chance and made off with Professor Dell and the artifact.
How did they catch them off guard?
Seems that after the seal was taken from its place, everyone in the expedition suffered some kind of mental breakdown. The Innsmouthers must have known about that and waited for the right moment.
They knew what was going to happen. Inconceivable. Wait a moment, how did you know they were Innsmouthers?
One of the attackers was killed by a member of the expedition. I have a photo.
My expedition failed. My boy was killed. This is more than personal, Mr. Reed. This is a threat to everyone.
They have Harriet and the artifact she found, but she may still be alive.
That's why I hesitate to wipe their fish-faced kin from Oakmont this instant. But we won't sit idle. Find them, Mr. Reed. Not the grunts, but their leaders. Infiltrate their ranks if need be. Bring me my professor back.
I'm looking into the madness, not politics and power games.
And your best source of information is currently in the slimy hands of those Innsmouthers. Professor Doe shared the visions. She found something inside those ruins, and now they have her. She knows something crucial, I'm certain. There's also a more delicate matter I wanted to discuss with you, Mr. Reed.
I can be delicate when it matters, so shoot.
I have a colleague, you might say. His name is Herbert Glover. Like myself, he is a collector of fine art.
I'm a detective, Mr. Throgmorton, not a burglar.
I don't care for your insinuation, Mr. Reed. I would never be so crass as to hire a thief. I had a meeting arranged with Herbert. One of great importance, shall we say. One at which he failed to appear. I want you to find out why.
That sounds simple enough. Okay, I'll do it.
Very good, Mr. Reed. There is one final detail. This case must remain secret, and you must not reveal to anyone for whom you are working.
Discretion is my watchword.
Indeed. Here is Herbert's address and an advance for your investigation. You'll find it's fair.
Have a good day. Might keep a 40-year-old newspaper article. The door won't budge. What's that? Looks like they're short a full set. One of the mirrors was taken. Eyes still wide open. Guess he didn't see the killing blow coming. Only slight scratches around the keyhole. Whoever broke in knew how to pick a lock. Huh. That's a lot of warning shots. Yeah, you like what you see, buddy?
I'll find out why the old ape wants you so bad.
Squint, run! Oh,
Okay, I've killed him.
Easiest gig in this district. You grab the mirror. I'm gonna go see what other loot we can take from Mr. Moneybags here.
Who are you? What in K's name are you doing in my house?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Easiest gig in this district. You grab the mirror. I'm gonna go see what other loot we can take from Mr. Moneybags here.
Who are you? What in K's name are you doing in my house?
Squint, run! Okay, I've killed him.
Two men broke in to steal a mirror. One of them, Squint, cracked the safe, but Glover discovered him and shot him. Second one killed Glover.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print.
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the genius that cracked the case of Albert Throgmorton. Captain Caleb Lyons at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
Do you and I have a problem, officer?
No. Aside from making everyone in the Oakmont Police Department look like idiots, let me be frank, newcomer. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal here.
Okay. Well, can I use the police archive in the meantime?
You can, but only because of Mr. Throgmorton's patronage. And heed me well, you're on mighty thin ice, and I'll be under it when it breaks.
I'm happy to say I've never been hungry enough to consider eating whatever this is. Rest in peace. Looks like Squint was having a bad day. Survived getting shot just to be stabbed to death. But who did it?
At long last, I'll fix what that old ape lover Francis did to you.
Get away from the... Oh, thank the gods. I thought you were another monster.
Sidney Stokes, I presume.
Aye, that's right. Do I know you?
Don't think so. I'm here about Herbert Glover. I believe you know him. Or, should I say, knew him.
Okay.
Nice trick with the wall. How'd you manage it?
It wasn't me. She put the wall there with some kind of hocus pocus.
You said she put the wall here. Who is she?
She's our employer. I don't know her name or anything. She promised us a good payout for a simple job. And I fell for it like a chump.
Come on, paint me a picture. What did this woman look like?
She was tall and thin, very thin, just skin and bones. Mean like a rattlesnake. That's all I can remember. I didn't look too close at her.
What did she hire you to do?
The job seemed simple enough. Go to the collector's house, grab some fancy mirror, and then hoof it out of there.
So where's this fancy mirror now?
She took it. When me and Phil met her with the goods, they got into a big blowout and she shivved him. Okay, what am I to do now? Phil was the idea guy, I'm just a sap.
Were you hired to kill the collector, too? Or was that just for laughs?
I swear to Kay, it wasn't part of the plan. It was an accident. The guy started shooting at us and I panicked.
You panicked? Really? That's your excuse?
Oh, please, as Kay is my witness, I didn't mean to kill anyone. I'll give you everything. I have. Just let me walk.
Look, you might be a sap, but at least you're an honest sap. I'll look the other way, but you better get scarce, and fast.
Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver. You won't see me again, I swear. Here, take this. Thanks again. What do you want? Oh, Ma. I killed him. What have I done? What in the world have I done?
I've looked into your delicate matter.
Excellent. Don't spare me any details.
Glover's dead. He was killed by a man named Sidney Stokes, who happened to be robbing his place. He wasn't working alone. He had a partner, Phil O'Connell. Didn't end up much better. All over some kind of mirror, apparently.
Truck. Where is the mirror now?
Their employer has it. Some mystery woman. I didn't get her name, but she obviously wasn't fooling around.
I see. So, my enigmatic competitor has finally shown her hand. And the thieves are both dead, you say?
Their employer decided to bump them off. Now, I hope that's not standard business practice in these parts.
You've proven to be far more valuable to me alive than dead, Mr. Reed. You have nothing to worry about in that regard.
It wouldn't have killed you to let me know you were going after the mirror from the start.
As I said, this is a very delicate matter. I wasn't confident I could trust you with such sensitive information until now.
All right, I've held up my end of the bargain. Now, it's your turn.
Of course, Mr. Reed. Here's your payment. Now that you know everything, would you accept the second part of the job?
Let me guess. You want me to track down the mirror?
Yes, and the one who so rudely snatched it from my grasp.
I'm on it. Only got one lead, though. Our culprit had a bone to pick with someone named Francis. Mean anything to you?
Ah, yes. That is without doubt my father, Francis Throgmorton. May rest his soul.
What's he got to do with this?
I found mention of the mirror in his records. That's what led me to take interest.
Your father was a prominent man. I'm sure he had enemies. Anyone come to mind?
None who would outlive him.
You mentioned your father left records. Mind if I take a gander at them?
The prospect of you rifling through my father's possessions does not fill me with joy, Mr. Reed. But if that's what you need, so be it. Take this key.